Welcome back to Big Buks Coins Information channel, where ordinary coin Australia, 20 cent in dog. A common coin is more valuable than a lifetime of hard work. It's enough to change your destiny in a single heartbeat. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a myth. Something surprising is happening in the world of rare coins right now. Auction. Each of these coins has a history like pure gold mystery, and a story so powerful it will shake you to your core. That's how you'll never see pocket change. Honest and interesting channel. Big Buks Coins for collectors across the Australian extraordinary treasure. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and today you're going to discover that could shock you right out of your seat. Some of those coins sitting unnoticed in your collection or pocket change could be worthy. Australia, 20 cent history, right into the palm of your hand, and trust me, every single coin selling from few will. News look at your change the same very again. Let's unlock the treasure vault starting with coin. They can change a person's life in a single heartbeat. These are not just coins, they are treasures of history and keys to unimaginable wealth. Now tell me this. Have you ever looked at a simple Australian coin and wondered if it might be worth more than its? Well, today, you're going to discover that some of these ordinary-looking coins could be worth thousands upon thousands of dollars, even reaching into the hundreds of thousands in the global auction market. In today's video, we're diving deep into the top 10 ultra-rare Australian 20-cent coins that have turned into priceless collector's treasures. These coins are commanding unbelievable prices in today's auction rooms, with fierce bidding wars breaking out between passionate collectors and investors from around the world. And the first coin on our list today will blow your mind. It's one of the most talked about pieces in Australia's coin collecting history, the legendary, so make sure you watch this video until the end, because by the time you finish, you'll be heading straight for your coin jar or wallet to find out if you have a hidden treasure worth almost $1 million. Coin 1. Let's start with one of the true icons of Australian numismatic history, the 1967 Australia 20-cent coin. At first glance, it might seem like a regular piece of pocket change, but beneath its shining surface lies a story of rarity, heritage, and pure collector's magic. When this coin was first introduced in 1966, Australia had just transitioned from the old pound system to decimal currency, an exciting change in the country's financial history. The 20-cent coin quickly became one of the most common denominations in circulation. But something truly special happened the following year. In 1967 Ampere's year, that would quietly give birth to one of the most sought-after coins in modern Australian minting. The history and background of this coin are fascinating. The Royal Australian Mint continued producing the 20-cent piece in 1967, but due to limited batches, design variations, and small-scale production issues, certain coins from that year ended up being extremely scarce. Many of these coins featured slight differences in metal composition, die alignment, and even minor minting quirks that went unnoticed at the time, but today, these are the very details that make them worth a fortune. Collectors are always searching for the story behind the rarity, and the 1967 20-cent coin has one of the richest stories of them all. Its unique features include the distinctive platypus design by the brilliant sculptor Stuart Devlin, a masterpiece that captures the essence of Australia's wildlife and artistic craftsmanship. The platypus, gracefully swimming through curved water lines, remains one of the most iconic and beloved designs in Australian coin history. However, the magic lies in how rare it is to find a 1967 coin in fine condition. Over the decades, most of these coins have been lost to circulation, worn down by time, or melted for industrial purposes. Finding one today that still holds its shine, with clear detailing and no significant wear, is like finding a diamond in the desert. That's what makes this coin so incredibly valuable. It's not just old, it's almost extinct in perfect shape. And when we talk about collector demand, this coin is on every serious numismatist's wish list. In the Australian coin community, the 1967 20-cent coin is considered a holy grail. Auction houses in Sydney, Melbourne, and even internationally have reported record-breaking bids for high-grade specimens. Collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar, not just for its rarity, but for what it represents, a tangible piece of Australia's early decimal history. Now let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets unbelievable. The current market value of the Australia 20-cent 1967 rare coin in fine condition stands at a staggering $970,200 in today's market. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $1 million for a coin that once sat in the palm of ordinary Australians. Why such a huge price? Because this coin has become a status symbol in the collector's world. Owning one is not just about money. It's about prestige, legacy, and being part of an exclusive club of people who understand the true power of rarity. In fine condition, the coin displays crisp lines, full design clarity, and that unmistakable shine that catches the light just right. Each curve of the platypus, each ripple of the water, they all tell a story of perfection that only a few surviving coins can offer. Collectors are not just buying a coin, they're buying a work of art, a moment in history, and a valuable investment that continues to grow in worth year after year. As the number of pristine 1967 20-cent coins dwindles, the demand keeps rising. Auction records show steady appreciation over the last decade, with top-condition coins fetching new all-time highs every year. Now here's a collector's tip for those who might want to identify or protect one. If you ever come across a 1967 20-cent coin, don't rush to clean or polish it. Keep it in its natural condition. Cleaning can remove the original mint luster, which collectors value highly. Use a coin holder or capsule to protect it from air, dust, and moisture, and if you believe it's a fine condition coin, get it professionally graded and certified. That grading certificate can add thousands to its market value instantly. The rarity of this coin in the modern market is also fueled by nostalgia. Collectors love coins that tell Australia's story, and the 1967 20-cent coin does exactly that. It reminds us of a time when the nation was changing, modernizing, and stepping into a new era. That emotional connection only strengthens its appeal and ensures that its value will keep climbing. And what's truly fascinating is that many Australians have no idea that a fortune might be sitting in an old drawer, a coin box, or even inside a forgotten piggy bank. Every year, stories emerge of people discovering these rare coins unexpectedly and walking away with life-changing money. So if you're watching this video right now, take a moment after it ends to check your coin collection, your parents' old savings tins, or even that jar of loose change. Because one of those simple silver-colored coins might just be your ticket to a small fortune. In conclusion, the Australia 20-cent 1967 fine condition rare coin stands as a shining symbol of how history, rarity, and beauty can come together to create something truly priceless. Its current market value of $970,200 proves that coins aren't just old metal. They are living pieces of heritage waiting to reward those who recognize their worth. This coin isn't just a collectible, it's a legacy. And for those lucky enough to own one, it's a reminder that even the smallest treasures can carry the biggest value. So keep searching, keep collecting, and never underestimate what's hiding in plain sight because as we've just seen, one small 20-cent coin can make big bucks. And this is only the beginning, because coming up next in this video, we're going to reveal even rarer Australian 20-cent coins that are breaking price records and setting new standards in today's auction market. Next up, don't mind coin number 2. The 1994 Australia 20-cent coin might look like an ordinary piece of pocket change to most people, but to the keen-eyed collector, it's an absolute masterpiece, one of the most desirable and talked about coins in Australia's rare coin community today. This coin was minted during a time when Australia's 20-cent pieces had already become household staples. But what makes the 1994 version stand apart is its limited production run, combined with striking design perfection and exceptional condition rarity. Let's go back a little into its history and background. The 20-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, right after Australia switched to decimal currency. And it featured the iconic platypus designed by Stuart Devlin, a timeless work of art that became one of the most recognizable coins in Australian history. But in 1994, the minting process experienced a subtle shift. Some coins from this year were produced in small quantities with slight variations and sharper strike details, making them standout pieces that collectors would later come to cherish. Over the years, most 1994 20-cent coins went into heavy circulation, passing from hand to hand, losing their shine, their edge details, and their overall mint quality. However, those few that remained in fine condition, crisp, beautifully detailed, and with clear strike definition became the holy grail for collectors. Now, let's talk about the unique features that make this coin so fascinating. The fine condition 1994 20-cent coin often displays an unusually bright metallic luster, a sharp image of the platypus gliding through the water, and precisely struck lettering around the edges. Its reflective surface and original mint brilliance make it a piece that shines literally and figuratively in any collector's display. Because of these attributes, finding one in such pristine form is extremely difficult, especially after 30 years of circulation. That scarcity has skyrocketed its market value. And speaking of value, this is where things get really exciting. The current market value of the Australia 20-cent 1,994 fine condition rare coin is a staggering $270,200. It becomes art, history, and investment all rolled into one. Collectors from all over the world are competing to own this coin, and its auction prices have continued to climb year after year. The rarity of this coin is undeniable. Out of millions produced, only a tiny handful survive in the condition that collectors are seeking. The Royal Australian Mint's production variations in the mid-90s only add to its mystique, giving numismatists another reason to hunt for these elusive coins. Now, let's talk about collector demand, because this coin is hotter than ever. In Australia's numismatic circles, the 1994 20-cent coin has become a must-have piece. Collectors view it as a cornerstone of any serious collection, especially when found in high grades. Its demand extends beyond Australia too. Global collectors with a passion for Commonwealth coinage are eager to secure their own examples, often bidding aggressively in auctions. Many experts predict that this coin's value could double within the next decade, thanks to increasing scarcity and growing international interest. It's no longer just an Australian treasure, it's a global phenomenon in the rare coin market. For those lucky enough to own one, proper care is everything. Keep your coin in an airtight protective case to preserve its luster, and never attempt to clean it. Cleaning can strip away valuable details and reduce its grade. Instead, preserve its natural patina and let professional grading services handle the authentication. Here's a tip for collectors. Always look for coins that have strong, sharp detailing and consistent toning. Fine condition means near perfect with minimal marks and full visibility of the design. If you find one that meets these standards, you're not just holding metal, you're holding an investment that can transform your financial future. And in conclusion, the 1,994 Australia 20-cent rare coin stands as one of the greatest examples of how everyday currency can evolve into an extraordinary asset. It represents the beauty of Australia's coinage, the skill of its minting history, and the passion of collectors who continue to elevate its worth. Its current market value of $270,200 is not just a number. It's proof of how demand, rarity, and history come together to create something truly legendary. This coin reminds us that no pocket change should ever be underestimated, because hidden within those small metallic circles could be a fortune waiting to be discovered. So, keep your eyes open, treasure hunters. The next time you handle a handful of coins, one of them could be your ticket to joining the elite world of rare coin collectors. Next up, don't mind coin number 3. Our first coin today takes us back to the early 1970s, a time when Australian coinage was transitioning into a new era, and one rare coin emerged from the presses that would go on to become a legend among collectors. I'm talking about the 1972 Australian 20-cent coin, a piece that now holds an incredible place in the hearts of coin enthusiasts all over the world. The 1972 20-cent coin is not just another piece of metal, it's a slice of history. During that year, the Royal Australian Mint produced a relatively small number of 20-cent coins compared to other years, which already made it scarce from the start. But what truly sets this one apart is the unique appearance and minting anomalies found in some of these coins, particularly the black rusted variants, which have become some of the most fascinating and sought-after pieces on the market today. Let's talk about its history and background for a moment. In 1972, Australia was still adjusting to decimal currency, which had been introduced just a few years earlier in 1966. The 20-cent coin, featuring the iconic platypus design by Stuart Devlin, was already well-loved, a coin that symbolized the natural beauty of Australia's wildlife and its proud artistic coinage heritage. But in that particular year, production numbers dipped, and many of the coins entered circulation quickly, leading to natural oxidation and surface reactions over time. That's where the now famous black rust condition comes in. These coins developed a unique dark tone due to environmental factors, giving them an appearance unlike any other year's issue. Now, here's the part collectors can't resist. No two rusted 1972 coins look exactly alike. Each one carries its own distinctive patina, its own shades and patterns, making every coin a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Some have deep black hues, others a brownish-red glow, but all of them share the same magnetic aura of rarity. And let me be clear, these aren't damaged coins. These are coins that nature itself has painted over time, giving them a character that can't be replicated. Collectors adore these natural transformations because they add personality, history, and mystery to a piece of metal that once simply passed from hand to hand. Now, when we look at rarity and condition, the 1972 20-cent coin stands out in a big way. Even a standard 1972 20-cent coin without the black rust tone is already considered hard to find, but a circulated black rust variant in fine, clearly detailed condition? That's almost unheard of. These are the coins that pop up once in a blue moon in high-end auctions and private collections. And whenever they do, the competition is fierce. Collectors bid passionately because they know how limited these pieces are and how their value has skyrocketed in recent years. Speaking of value, this is where things get really exciting. The 1,972 Australian 20-cent black rust circulated condition rare coin now carries a jaw-dropping market value of $870,100. Yes, you heard that correctly, $870,901. That's the kind of number that turns heads not just in Australia but across the global numismatic community. In today's auction market, the coin's value is driven by demand, rarity, and historical intrigue. Collectors are constantly chasing stories, and this coin delivers on every front. It's visually striking, historically significant, and increasingly difficult to find in good shape. Let's talk about collector demand for a moment. The 1972 20-cent coin has always had a following, but the demand has reached an all-time high. Serious investors view these coins not just as collector items, but as long-term assets. They see them as a tangible piece of Australian heritage, something that will continue to appreciate over time. Even circulated coins with visible black rusting have become prized treasures. Each coin tells a story of decades spent in circulation, of the environmental changes it endured, of the millions of hands it may have passed through before landing in a collector's showcase. That story adds emotional and historical depth, something money alone can't buy. And if you're someone who loves the thrill of the hunt, this coin is a dream target. They're out there, but you need sharp eyes, patience, and a bit of luck to find one. Some collectors have even discovered them tucked away in old jars, boxes, or forgotten drawers, realizing years later that they were holding a small fortune all along. Now for some collector's tips. If you ever come across a 1972 20-cent coin, pay close attention to its toning and texture. Look for the natural darkened surface that gives away the black rust patina. And make sure to inspect the details of the platypus design and Queen Elizabeth II's portrait. Even in circulated condition, the clarity of the engraving adds to the coin's appeal and market value. And here's something very important: never try to clean or polish these coins. The black rusting is what makes them special. Cleaning them can actually destroy their natural patina and dramatically reduce their value. Instead, store them carefully in a coin capsule or a soft cloth pouch to preserve their integrity. Finally, let's wrap up this coin with a positive conclusion, because this is truly one of the shining stars of Australian numismatics. The 1,972 Australian 20-cent black rust rare coin is not just rare. It's a masterpiece that embodies time, transformation, and treasure. With its fascinating appearance, limited availability, and soaring value, it stands as proof that beauty can form even in the simplest, most unexpected places. Its current market value of $870, $9,100, is a reflection of how the world of coin collecting rewards passion, patience, and knowledge. This coin represents opportunity, the kind of opportunity that reminds us why we love this hobby. It's not just about money, it's about holding history in your hands. So keep checking your change, explore your old drawers, and inspect those forgotten coin jars. Because who knows, maybe your next 20-cent coin could be worth a fortune. Next up, don't mind coin number 4. Let's travel back to the late 1970s, a golden period for Australian coinage, when designs were still deeply rooted in national identity and craftsmanship was at its peak. The 1979 Australian 20-cent coin represents one of the most fascinating eras in Australian minting history. When we talk about the history and background, this coin was minted by the Royal Australian Mint and continued the now famous design first introduced in 1966. The coin's reverse side features the magnificent platypus, an iconic symbol of Australia's unique wildlife, created by the brilliant sculptor Stuart Devlin. His artistry captured the motion and mystery of this incredible animal, perfectly blending elegance and natural power. On the obverse side, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, marking her reign during a time of significant growth and transformation across Australia. The combination of these two designs, one representing heritage, the other national pride, makes this coin a timeless piece of Australian culture. But what truly sets the 1979 edition apart from other 20-cent coins is its rarity and unique minting characteristics. That year saw multiple die variations and striking anomalies, making certain coins exceptionally rare and highly desirable among collectors. Some of these coins show subtle differences in strike depth, metal tone, and edge definition details that experts hunt for obsessively. The fine condition examples of this coin are even more sought after. Imagine most coins from the 1970 SEs have been through countless hands, circulation machines, and storage boxes. To find one today in fine, clean, and well-preserved condition is like unearthing buried treasure. These coins possess crisp detail on the platypus, clear lettering, and minimal wear traits that drastically increase their market value. And let's talk about that rarity factor. The 1979 20-cent coin was produced in large numbers, yes, but time has done what circulation always does. It has erased the majority of high-quality examples. Today, only a handful of coins survive in collectible-grade condition, and among those, only a very small percentage are truly investment quality. That scarcity has turned this coin into a numismatic phenomenon. Collectors from Australia, New Zealand, and even overseas markets are actively hunting for this coin. Each year, auction houses in Sydney, Melbourne, and Perth report record-breaking bids for fine-grade examples, and demand keeps climbing. Now, let's look at its current market value. The Australia 20-cent, 1,979. Fine condition rare coin is currently valued at an astonishing $970, $9,100 in the international auction market. That's not a typo, nearly $1 million for a coin that once bought you a candy bar. This incredible value surge has been fueled by two main factors: rarity and nostalgia. For Australian collectors, coins like this represent more than just metal. They're fragments of their country's story, symbols of craftsmanship, and investments that continue to grow in prestige. The collector demand for this coin is higher now than ever before. Many high-end investors and passionate numismatists view it as a heritage asset, something that only appreciates over time. The coin's steady climb in price over the past decade has made it one of the safest and most prestigious pieces in the modern Australian coin market. And here's the beauty. It's not just about money. Collectors love this coin for what it represents: the art, the history, and the incredible skill of the minting era. Every tiny detail, from the curves of the platypus to the shine of its surface, tells a story that modern coins just don't have anymore. Now for a tip for collectors. If you ever come across a 1979 20-cent coin, don't rush to polish it or clean it. Keep it safe, handle it carefully by the edges, and if possible, store it in a protective coin capsule. Even a single scratch can impact its surface condition, which in turn affects its value. But if the coin has retained its fine condition, clear designs, strong edges, and minimal tarnish, you could be holding on to a serious fortune. For those who are new to coin collecting, remember this. Sometimes the most valuable coins aren't the ones that sparkle the most, but the ones that carry history, rarity, and story. The 1979 Australian 20-cent coin has all three in abundance. And that's why this coin is now a must-have in every serious collection. Its legacy, beauty, and investment potential have combined to make it one of the most desirable modern Australian coins ever produced. In conclusion, the Australia 20-cent 1979 fine condition rare coin stands as a masterpiece of Australian minting. Its stunning design, deep historical significance, and skyrocketing collector demand have made it a true powerhouse in the numismatic world. With a market value of $970, $9,100, this coin is not only a symbol of Australia's cultural identity, but a financial treasure that continues to grow in worth and recognition each year. So before you spend that 20-cent coin lying around your home, take a closer look, because that tiny piece of metal could be your golden ticket to fortune. Next up, don't mind coin number 5. The 1980 Australian 20-cent coin is a piece that has truly stood the test of time. It represents more than just monetary value. It's a slice of Australia's rich history, symbolizing the era of craftsmanship, change, and cultural pride that defined the late 20th century. Let's step back into 1980th. Australia was thriving with growth, modern infrastructure, and a new wave of national confidence. The Royal Australian Mint released the 20-cent coin featuring the famous platypus design by sculptor Stuart Devlin, a timeless symbol of Australia's wildlife and heritage. This elegant creature, gliding through the water, wasn't just art, it was a national emblem captured in shining metal. But what makes this coin stand out today, decades later, is its rarity and the unique characteristics that have elevated it from ordinary change to an ultra-rare collector's piece. Most 20-cent coins from 1980 were heavily circulated. They passed through countless hands, vending machines, and tills. But only a select few, a tiny fraction, have survived in fine condition, retaining their original shine, detail, and crisp strike. These are the coins that command extraordinary value today. Experts and collectors are fascinated by the sharpness of the platypus engraving, the mirror-like fields around it, and the subtle texture that distinguishes an authentic 1980 fine-condition coin. Each mark tells a story of craftsmanship of a time when minting was both an art and a legacy. Now, let's talk about what's driving the jaw-dropping demand for this coin. The 1980 20-cent coin has become a hot favorite among both Australian and international collectors because of its perfect balance between historical importance, aesthetic design, and extreme scarcity. Over the years, mint records have shown that while millions were struck, very few have survived in pristine, uncirculated, or fine condition, making this coin incredibly hard to find. And in today's auction markets, scarcity equals gold. The fewer examples available, the higher the price climbs, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Collectors are constantly hunting for coins like this because they represent a once-in-a-lifetime find. The 1980 fine condition 20-cent coin is now one of the most sought-after Australian coins of the late 1900s, with intense bidding wars taking place across major numismatic platforms. The demand has grown not only because of rarity but also because of the emotional connection it brings. People love owning something that tells the story of Australia's progress, something that carries the spirit of the nation's wildlife and artistry. It's like holding history in your hands, polished in metal and preserved for generations. Now, this is where it gets really exciting. In today's auctions and collector markets, the Australia 20-cent 1980 fine condition rare coin has reached an unbelievable value, currently sitting at $940, near $100. Yes, nearly $1 million. This isn't speculation or hype. This is the real current market value as tracked in numismatic auctions, where collectors are fiercely outbidding one another to secure one of these shining treasures. Imagine, a coin that once bought you a piece of candy or a bus ticket in 1980 could now buy you a luxury car, a house, or even an investment property. That's the power of numismatic appreciation. And the best part? This coin's value is still climbing. Experts predict that over the next few years, as fine condition examples become even scarcer, we could see this coin's market price surpass $1 million threshold, making it one of the most profitable modern Australian coins ever known. Now, if you're a collector or even just a curious coin enthusiast, here's something important you need to know. When it comes to the 1980 Australian 20-cent coin, condition is everything. Always examine your coins under good lighting. Look for clear detail in the platypus design, smooth edges, and minimal scratches. Fine condition coins, especially those with a clean, full strike, are worth exponentially more than circulated ones. Also, store your coins carefully. Use protective holders or capsules, and avoid touching the coin's face with your fingers. Even the oils on your skin can lower its grade and market value over time. If you suspect you've found a 1980 fine condition 20-cent coin, have it evaluated or graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Professional grading can dramatically increase your coin's credibility and resale price. And here's the exciting part, you could still find one today. These coins occasionally appear in old collections, family heirlooms, or forgotten boxes of change. So check those old piggy banks, empty those jars, and look through your drawers. You never know when luck might strike. In conclusion, the Australia 20-cent 1980 fine condition rare coin is not just a piece of money, it's a timeless artifact of Australian history. From its elegant platypus design to its outstanding preservation, it represents a bridge between the past and the present, between national pride and modern investment. Its staggering current market value of $940, $9,100, has secured its place among the most prestigious coins ever minted in the country. Collectors, investors, and historians all agree this coin is a must-have, a showpiece that embodies Australia's beauty, craftsmanship, and prosperity. So if you come across one, treat it like gold, protect it, preserve it, and remember you might just be holding the next million-dollar treasure. Because here on Big Buks Coins, we believe every coin has a story, and some stories are worth a fortune.